guys, my Triumph Scrambler 400X comes with a very sturdy plastic skid plate. Just kidding. It doesn't look like it would hold up to much at all. It's more just for looks. But anyways, Remmotorcycle sent me a metal skid plate. And I'm thinking it's not gonna be too hard to install. Full disclosure, Remmotorcycle or Remmotorcycle did send me this for free to make a video on. They got their own tape going on. So it looks like we got some brackets, some hardware, and the skid plate itself. But I'm thinking this is gonna protect the Triumph a lot better. It's got a little nice tag on it. It says Moto Box, and it's got a lot of air vent slots, keep the oil temps down. And it appears to be 2 pieces, and it's already assembled. And it's got some nylocks, so those don't come loose. So this package did not come with installation instructions, but you can find detailed instructions on their webpage. Or you can just keep watching this video. We'll start by removing the old skid plate, and it's just 4 bolts, and they are a 4mm hex. There's 2 up high and 2 down below. And the skid plate drops off. Here's a good place for the old skid plate. Here's the old hardware laid out, and here is the new hardware. And my kit didn't come with any blue Loctite, but it would be a good idea to use some. Got some longer bolts. We got 2 nuts. We got 2 bigger spacer, 1 smaller spacer, 2 of these button head small bolts, and then 3 of these little bolts, and then the 2 brackets. So we're gonna start with this bracket, and the instructions don't say anything about these little rubber pieces. I'm assuming we pull those out. There's one on this side as well. So to install this bracket, we're gonna use 2 of the little button head screws. And what's really weird is the instructions make it seem like you just bolt this on, but on mine, there's no threads. It just goes all the way through, and it doesn't say about putting nuts on the other side. My kit only came with 2 of these nuts, and one of them needs to go on the bottom under the exhaust. That's a little weird. It might be that the USA model is a little different. That's the only thing I can think of, but that's not a huge deal for me because I have a whole bunch of nylocks, and I would rather use some nylocks anyways. These are M6 screws, and the bracket goes with the longer side on the left side of the motorcycle, if that makes sense. It kind of lines up with these screws down here, and it just slides on like that, and we can put the bolts through to hold it. And as you can see, we have enough room for a nylock. Little tricky to get that on, and we'll have to hold those nylocks with something. See if we can get a wrench in there. Doesn't look like I quite got into the nylon like I want it to. So it just so happens that I have the correct M6 button head hardware, and this is the original screw. It looks like the exact same size, and we'll just go a size up just so we can get past that nylon on the nylocks. It barely just clears my tank. I might put a washer just on the left side. The right side has plenty of room, and these actually come with washers. Definitely a bit challenging. And I'll just hold it with the needle nose pliers and snug them up. I want to be able to move this a little bit. The left side, I can just sneak the needle nose down below to hold the nylock. Next, we want to go ahead and loosen up this bolt. It's a 12mm. See, there's a little spacer between the engine case and the exhaust. And if we pull that out all the way, should slide out. There we go. It's gonna go like this. And that'll take the same amount of room as the stock spacer. And we'll just use the original bolt. Probably not a bad idea to put a little bit of blue Loctite on the original bolt. Might be a little tricky the beater in. But we're not going to tighten it all the way down just yet. And I'll go ahead and just put a little bit of blue Loctite on all of the bolts we have left. And we got the two bigger spacers between the skid plate and the original bottom bolts, and see how it kind of lines up with that. And then the longer bolts will go on the bottom, and two of the shorter bolts will go up here. Stick the bolts up and kind of hold them. It almost seems like these are not the right size. That's crazy. This is a bigger bolt, and it's not going to thread into those original screw holes, unfortunately. So it looks like the hardware kit to the rescue again. Let's see, I think we have the right size. So it looks like we do have the right length. I'm just going to use the factory washers, and that should work. All right, let's try this again. See if these will thread on. All right, we got the bottom ones threaded on, and we'll thread on the top ones. Snug them up. Then I'll take it off again so I can finish tightening those up. And then we'll reinstall the plate, and probably should save the Loctite for the last part. Lastly, after we got all that tight, and I'll use the factory screw, and then a washer on top of that, and then I'm going to use a nylock. Kind of just pull it in. Just don't forget about that little 12mm. But it does definitely protect a bit more. I would say it kind of hangs down a little bit more. It might take away a little bit of ground clearance, but not much. But it seems like all the skid plates kind of don't really go over the cat. But anyways, the hardware situation with the skid plate was kind of a nightmare. And maybe that's because this is a North American Scrambler 400X. I have no idea. It worked out for me because I already had a bunch of M6 hardware. But something to think about. Maybe Remmoto can look into that. Other than that, it's a pretty cool skid plate. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video was useful, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.